The power of teamwork and creativity. On a hot summer afternoon, the sun blazed in the sky, and the ground beneath the trees felt dry and cracked. In the middle of a parched field, a crow named Cyrus flew over the land, searching for water. His wings felt heavy from the heat, and his throat was dry. "Oh, where can I find water?" Cyrus murmured to himself, scanning the ground below. The streams had dried up, and there wasn't a single puddle in sight. Just when he was about to give up, something caught his eye, a small jar sitting by a rock. Curious and hopeful, he swooped down and landed beside it. Peering inside the jar, Cyrus's heart leaped with excitement. At the bottom of the jar was a small pool of water, shimmering in the sunlight. But when he tried to reach his beak into the jar, he quickly realized that the water was too low. No matter how much he stretched, he couldn't reach it. "Oh no," Cyrus sighed, taking a step back. "The water is right there, but it's out of reach." For a moment, Cyrus thought about giving up. He could easily fly away and search elsewhere for water, but something inside him told him not to quit just yet. There had to be a way to get to that water. He just needed to think. As he pondered, he noticed a few pebbles scattered nearby. An idea began to form in his mind. What if he dropped the pebbles into the jar? Wouldn't that raise the water level? Determined to try, Cyrus picked up a small pebble in his beak and dropped it carefully into the jar. It landed with a soft plunk, and sure enough, the water rose just a little bit. Cyrus's eyes widened with excitement. "This might work," he said to himself. With renewed energy, Cyrus picked up pebble after pebble, dropping each one into the jar. Slowly but surely, the water level rose higher and higher. Cyrus worked patiently, even as the sun beat down on him. He refused to give up, knowing that success was within his reach. Finally, after several pebbles, the water rose to the top of the jar. Cyrus let out a joyful caw and dipped his beak into the cool, refreshing water. He drank deeply, feeling the thirst that had burdened him all day melt away. As he finished drinking, a flutter of wings caught his attention. Cyrus turned to see a small bird, a sparrow, perched on a nearby branch. The sparrow looked worried, her feathers ruffled. "Hello there," Cyrus greeted her kindly. "Is everything all right?" The sparrow, named Sally, hopped down from the branch and nodded. "I saw you working so hard to get that water, and I've been watching you for a while," she admitted. "You're really clever, but I have a problem of my own." "What's wrong?" Cyrus asked. "Well, I have a nest up in that tree over there," Sally said, pointing to a tall tree in the distance. "But the wind knocked a bunch of sticks loose, and now the nest is falling apart. I've tried to fix it on my own, but I'm not strong enough to carry the larger sticks. I don't know what to do." Cyrus thought for a moment, then smiled. "Why don't I help you? I may not be as small and quick as you, but I'm strong enough to carry the bigger sticks." Sally's eyes brightened. "Really? You'd do that?" "Of course," Cyrus said, flapping his wings. "We can work together, just like I did with the pebbles. I'll carry the heavy sticks, and you can arrange them in the nest. Teamwork always makes things easier." Grateful for the help, Sally led Cyrus to her nest. When they arrived, Cyrus saw that the nest was indeed in bad shape. Several large branches had fallen away, and the nest was barely holding together. Without wasting time, Cyrus flew down and began picking up the larger sticks that Sally couldn't carry. He brought them up one by one while Sally flitted around, expertly weaving the sticks into the nest. Together, they worked quickly, both contributing what they did best. After some time, the nest was fully restored, stronger than ever. Sally stood proudly on the edge of her nest, her eyes full of gratitude. "Thank you, Cyrus," she chirped. "I couldn't have done it without you." And I couldn't have helped if I hadn't learned from those pebbles, Cyrus replied with a grin. Sometimes, the best way to solve a problem is by working together. From that day on, Cyrus and Sally became good friends. They realized that no matter how big or small the challenge, teamwork and helping one another made everything easier. Whether it was gathering food, finding water, or fixing a nest, they knew they could always count on each other. And so, whenever the other animals of the forest found themselves in trouble, Cyrus and Sally were there to help, teaching everyone the value of kindness and cooperation. Moral: helping each other and using teamwork leads to success.